Welcome back to Black News Tonight. With the never-ending cycle of racial discrimination, constant objectification, and the threat of police violence, it would be an understatement to say that many black people feel exhausted. We're in pain and we're looking for hope. And black millennials are no different than the rest of us. Now, there's a new book that deals with issues around racial trauma and personal struggles among black millennials, and it deals with it head on. In her new book, Young, Gifted, and Black, author Sheila Wise Rowe provides real-life stories from black millennials and younger adults. These stories offer an opportunity to explore and journey toward healing from the barriers that affect our lives, that affect our children, and that affect our communities. And Sheila Wise Rowe joins me now. She is a writer. She's a counselor with 25 years of experience in counseling trauma and abuse survivors. And she's the co-founder of the Cyrene Movement. That's an online community for people of color who are seeking healing for racial trauma. Sheila, welcome to the show. It's so good to have you here. Why did you decide to name the book after that famous Nina Simone anthem, Young, Gifted, and Black?
Well, you know what? I saw Chadwick Boseman when he won the SAG Award, and he quoted the song. And that really struck me. And particularly as he unpacked that around all that it entails to actually move through life and to succeed as a young, gifted Black person, and millennial specifically. And that really struck me in terms of how I've often come across that in the counseling that I've done with young millennials and younger adults. And it really is about an affirmation, a love letter to them. That they are seen, that they are valued, that their story is important. And it's so urgent these days with everything that's happening. They're walking through life carrying a boatload of grief, of trauma, and it's around racism, but it's also around other things that they've encountered in their family, in their church, in society as a whole. So yeah, so that's where it comes from.
You talk about this being a love letter to them, a reminder that they're valued and loved and supported and cared for. Is there something about this generation, is there something about black millennials that demands that kind of reassurance? Have we thrown them away? Have we dismissed them in a way we have in other generations? Or is this something that all generations have to go through?
To a certain degree, every generation does. But I think what I see is that there's a certain population within Black millennials who are very driven. They're striving, they're pursuing their goals, and there are ways in which they're getting lost in that journey where they need support. They need those places where they can actually share when everything isn't going great. You know, the tagline to my book is a journey of lament and celebration. And that's both. Like, we're walking through life, we're carrying both of those things. It's not one or the other. Often it's both. And so this generation, I believe, often aren't given the space to hold both of those and to actually heal. And so this is an encouragement for them to heal and to know that they're loved.
Talk to me about some of the challenges and struggles the black millennials go through that might be unique to them. Again, I know there's parallels, there's overlaps. As you said, all generations go through some stuff. But help me unpack some of those distinctions.
Yeah. Well, you know, when I thought about this book and writing it and really looking at how does race play into this, how does family issues play into the struggles that people are facing, and there are ways in which it is unique because often we have people who appear to be doing extremely well because they are, and they're celebrated in many ways, and yet there's this other part of them that is tucked away. They don't share, and we've seen that recently. We've seen a number of very high-profile Black young men and women who've committed suicide, and part of that was, where are the spaces for these young folk to really get the support when they're not doing well? And it's obviously not just that there's suicide. There's a range of mental health issues that come up that need to be addressed. And I feel that we often don't pay attention to them because they're doing well. So we look at them on social media. They're influencers. They're high profile jobs. They're in the media, and we think they're doing fine. And to a certain degree, they are, but then they're not. And so this is an encouragement to embrace their whole story, not just part of it.
Oh, absolutely. One of the things that this book does is that it has each chapter refer to a line, whether it be falling in line or walking the line. How did you come up with that idea, and what's the, if I have to say, the through line across all the chapters?
Well, you know what? A lot of these are, what are the barriers? What are the things that get in the way of a person journeying through life? And so the first chapter is the starting line. The assumption is that everybody's at the starting line. This is a race. We're all, have a great chance at winning. And yet, for Black millennials and younger adults, we're dealing with a lot of stuff. We're dealing with racism, and then these other forms of lines, and whether it's boundary line violations, whether it's the color line, there's dealing with grief issues. And the thing with this book and the different lines is that every story is about a Black millennial and biracial millennial, and how they uniquely experience these various lines that affect their lives, and what are some of the tools that they need. So in the book, there's opportunity for reflection, to actually stop and pause and to think about that and pray about that. And there are embodied prayer practices that are a part of this. And so those things are really, really important in terms of helping them to cross those lines and to receive healing. We have the front line is another one, where we have someone who is an activist, and all of the weight of activism, how that is a stress and a strain on her life, and how she navigates that. And so many different stories, very applicable, and opportunities for millennials to stop, bring in a community to actually go through this and share together, and to journey with one another in this healing process.
You talked about prayer at one point, and of course you are a person of faith yourself. When talking to a group of people representing a variety of faith traditions, not just your own, but many others, or people who don't identify with a faith tradition, what would be some of the essential tools that you'd recommend they carry with them as they look for healing, as they look for meaning, as they try to find hope against the backdrop of so much hopelessness?
Yeah. You know what? I think that the first and foremost thing is that we've got to deal with this stigma around mental health issues in our community, and that more and more people are coming and taking a stand. And so whether it's Simone Biles or whether it's Naomi Osaka, who are saying, you know what, I've got to stop. I've got to stop the grind. I've got to address the pain that I'm dealing with. And so we absolutely have to, one, make that commitment to stop and to talk to someone. And so that somebody can be a therapist, that somebody can be a good friend, that somebody can be your pastor, your spouse. But we've got to come out of this place of isolation. We've come out of, as a woman, as a Black woman, I know too well the whole strong Black woman persona. And it took a while for me as an African-American woman to, growing up, dealing with busing, dealing with racism, to stop and say, I need help. I need support and I need help. So that's really the first place, is to do that, and to come out of isolation. That's really, really essential.
Coming out of isolation, finding community, really committing to destigmatizing mental health, and recognizing some of these problems that we have as fundamental problems, as real issues: racism, white supremacy, all these things. These are aggravating factors. These are traumas. These are systemic issues. I love how you're talking and thinking about this stuff, and I think that's why your book is so important. Sheila, I'm grateful that you spent some time with us tonight, and I can't wait for you to come back so we can really unpack even more of the complexities of what you're talking about in the book. Thank you so much for your important work, your insightful comments. Everybody, make sure you check out the book. The book is called Young, Gifted, and Black. Of course, you can get it everywhere books are sold, but here at Black News Tonight, we buy our books from no other place than a Black independent bookstore. Anyway, Black News Tonight will be right back.